Hello friends, I hope you are all doing great. Welcome back to our LVGL series on ESP32. In today's video, we are going to create a toggle switch using LVGL to control a real LED. So let us get started step by step. Here is what we are working with: an breadboard, ESP32 DevKit V1 board, and an ILI 93412 2.8 inch TFT LCD display. Now let us connect the TFT LCD to the ESP32 step by step. First, connect the VCC pin to the display to the VIN pin of the ESP32 and connect ground pin to the ground. Next, connect the CS pin to GPIO 15, RST pin to GPIO 4 and DC to GPIO 2. For SPI communication, connect MOSI pin to GPIO 23, SCLK to GPIO 18, MISO to GPIO 19. Finally, connect the LED pin to 3.3 volt. Now let us connect the touch screen. Connect the CLK pin to GPIO 25, CS pin to GPIO 33 and DIN pin to GPIO 32. Then connect the D out pin to GPIO 39, which is labeled as VN on ESP32 board. Finally, connect the IRQ pin to GPIO 36, which is labeled as VP. And one LED connected to GPIO 22. Make sure you connect the LED with a 220 ohm resistor. After completing all the connections, double check your wiring before powering up the board. Alright. Here we are creating a switch instead of a button. This switch has two states, on and off, and based on this state we control the LED. Now let us start with code. First, we include the required libraries. These three libraries work together to build our touch-based UI. Okay. Here we define the LED pin which is connected to GPIO 22. We also define the pin used for the touch controller, IRQ pin for interrupt, MOSI, MISO and CLK pin for SPI communication, CS pin for chip select. Okay. Based on the rotation, we set the screen width and height. For example, in portrait mode, it is 240 by 320. In landscape mode, it is 320 by 240. This ensures proper display orientation. Next, we create the display object using TFT_ESPI. We also create an SPI object for the touch screen and then initialize the touch screen using the chip select and interrupt pin. Okay. Now comes an important concept, the drawing buffer. LVGL does not draw directly on the display. Instead, it first draws everything in a memory buffer. Here we define the buffer size as 1/10 of the screen size to save RAM. Then we create an array to store this pixel data. Finally, we declare a global level pointer. This will be used to update the LED status text when the switch is toggled. Now let us understand create switch UI function. In this function, we create a toggle switch using LVGL. First, we create a switch object on the active screen. Then we set its size and place it at the center of the display. Next, we customize the appearance on the switch. When the switch is off, it appears in gray color. When the switch is on, it changes to blue. This makes it visually clear whether the LED is on or off. We also keep the switch knob white for better visibility. Then we attach an event callback function. We use LV_event_value_changed, which means this function will run whenever the switch is toggled. Next, we create a label on the screen to show the LED status. Initially, it displays LED status off. Finally, we position the label just above the switch. So whenever the switch state changes, this label will update accordingly. So now our UI is ready with a switch and a status label. Next, we will connect this switch to control the LED. Now let us understand the most important part of this project, the switch event callback function. This function runs whenever the switch is toggled. So every time you change the switch from on to off or off to on, this function gets executed. First, we get the event type using LV event get code function. Then we get the switch object using LV event get target function. This allows us to know which switch triggered the event. Next, we check if the event is LV event value changed. This means the switch state has changed either on or off. Now we check the current state of the switch. If switch is in the check state, it means it is on. If switch is on, we turn the LED on using digital write. Update the label text to LED status on and print message in the serial monitor. So both hardware and UI are updated together. And if switch is off, we turn the LED off, update the label to LED status off and print the status in the serial monitor. Keep everything synchronized. So this function connect the UI with real hardware. Whenever the switch changes, it's directly control the LED and update the display. Next, these two functions are the bridge between LVGL and our hardware, My Disp Flash function. It sends the graphics data from LVGL to the TFT display, and My Touch Read function. It reads touch input from the screen. Since we already covered this in the previous video, so we will reuse the same function here. Now in setup function, we initialize all the components. We start serial communication for debugging. Here all the pin assignment will be printed on the serial monitor. Okay, here all the connections between TFT display and ESP32 pins will be printed on serial monitor, and initialize the LED pin, it set it to off. Then initialize the display and touch screen. After that we start LVGL, attach the display buffer and link the display and touch functions. Finally we create our switch UI. Now let us understand the loop function. This is where LVGL keep running continuously. The loop function remains the same as in the previous video. It updates LVGL timing and run the LVGL engine to keep the UI responsive. Now it is time to upload the code. First we will select the COM port. Go to tool and COM port. Select the port correspond to the board. Then select the board. Go to the board. Click on ESP32 and select Do It DevKit V1 board. Alright. Now click on upload. You can see the code has been uploaded. I will press the reset button and you will see the LCD and ESP32 pins are printed on serial monitor. Now I will touch the screen. Wow, LED is getting turned on, turn off, turn on, turn off. Great. Okay friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you really like this video, so please do like, subscribe and share. Thanks for watching.